Well, there is my trusty sidekick. I wonder what he's up to.
I am so sorry, Gwimbly.
It's just wrong, man.
Hello everybody, it's your favorite goddamn YouTuber, Gergen Flurgen Shurgen, who likes to disappear for 5 billion years and then come back without any warning. Anyway, I just watched a film called Jonkler 2.
My dad's gonna shit in my mouth.
And I don't even know what to really say. This ain't no ordinary bad. This is advanced bad. It shoots for the fucking stars in its ambition, but it fucks up on every level of rudimentary thinking in terms of how to incorporate all of the stylistic decisions it wants to incorporate. There's only so many ways that you can be so sure and have so much creative control over the project that you're making, and then when you finally make it, it stinks of that one video where the orangutan's trying to like hammer in a nail, and it's just like, it just doesn't understand what the hammer or the nail is.
In the first film, like when he dances in the bathroom, Arthur has music in him. That was a logical leaping off point for the sequel.
Basically, the metaphor I'm trying to make is that Todd Phillips, the director, he had all of these tools in place. He wants it to be a musical. He wants it to be a court drama. He wants it to be an introspective bottle film. He wants to challenge the audience's idea of the first film and what the Joker really means. But he doesn't understand how to make these things mesh together.
Yes, precisely. It only works if all the little cogs mesh together.
The result is you get like a fucking Frankenstein's monster of like molded together body parts. It's this disgusting creature that you don't really know what to make of it. Like, it's definitely unique. It's definitely a creation. There are definitely good aspects about the film. The acting from Mr. Phoenix is from Phoenix Wright is pretty fucking good. Same with Gaga. She's doing the best she can, and she's pretty good when the film actually gives her time to do things and say things, which isn't a lot. It is a very gorgeous film, at least. The presentation of the shots are pretty good. The sets, the character blocking. There's definitely ingredients there, but it all means nothing in the end because everything's muddled by itself. The film has a whole bunch of ambitious ideas, but it doesn't know how to put them together in a very effective way. And because of this, it not only fucks up the story's ability to properly communicate to its audience what it wants to do, but it also fucks up the pacing. Because of this, the film is really, really slow. Also, Todd, Mr. Phillips, if you're listening to this, which you're probably not, why do you hate Joker 1?
Yeah.
So I'm fascinated by the editing process.
Okay.
And so let's talk about that.
Yes.
Do you even like the movies you make? You sound fucking bored.
We learned a lot. So the people are people you wouldn't know, but it's people that I kind of.
You could.
Like, it's very clear through that third act that you really, really hate Joker 1. Because this film, with Arthur's character, kind of just sets out to undo every single thing that the first movie did. Why? You're making a film which is trying to answer what some people online said, where it's like, oh, it's incel bait, or it's, oh, Joker is a bad movie because it encourages violence or whatever. You're trying to answer to that crowd with this film, but the problem is that crowd is a minority. That is like 5% of everyone who watched Joker 1. It was nominated for Best Picture. It won Best Actor. It made $1 billion at the box office.
$100 billion.
and yet you're treating it like it's this deplorable film. And you're like, oh, here's Arthur, right? You remember that character that you grew attached to in the first film, and you understood everything he was going through and why he became the Joker? Well, guess what? He's a loser, and he's stupid, and he's gonna get beaten by these cops, and then he's gonna get raped by these cops. And isn't Joker a bad guy? Isn't the inclusion of cops beating up Joker kind of contradictory? Because the cops themselves are now terrible, especially when they rape Joker. Like, that's contradictory. You don't even have, like, the Joker kill them or anything, or they have any comeuppance. They're just kind of there. Everything is just kind of there. Like, yeah, I get it. Arthur's getting his comeuppance, blah, 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 for killing people, because the fictional character killing people is bad. But also, the Jonkler doesn't need to get fucking hospital scenes.
Hey, stop! Why?
This is usually a problem that stems from a director being able to do whatever the fuck they want without actually being an expert in their craft. You kind of need another voice, or at least a couple more voices in your director's room to hone in your vision. I feel like with the production of this film, everyone just kind of like backed off and went like, dude, that's Todd Phillips. He made Joker 1, dude. Todd Phillips, I mean, if you look at his other films, he's not like an outstanding director. Like, I don't know if he's the type to really complete his vision on his own, you know? This is a lesson to everyone who's listening, who wants to make a film. If you're gonna make a film, you need a clear, set idea, and you need to know that this is gonna be like elementary school advice, but it's really simple. It is really this simple. You need to know the 5 W's and the 1 H. You need to know these things, and you need to have them set in your mind, because when you don't, you get a film like this. Like, literally, I think there's an interview where they said, who is this film made for? And they said for Walking Phoenix. You don't do that. I fully support the idea that film is an art, but in the end, it is also a business, and you do need to make it for more than one person. I mean, you're celebrating the fact that the first one made $1 billion because it appealed to so many people. To make a proper sequel to that film, I feel like you need to appeal to that same audience that gave you $1 billion. As in, you don't contradict every single idea that the last film had to appeal to a minority that has this unique view. Let's use an example of a traditionally good sequel. So Hellraiser, right? Classic horror film. It establishes the ideas that it wants to get by, and it executes them in a perfectly fine way. There you go. Now you got your audience. Your audience made the first film a success, so you want to appeal to them for the sequel. So you make Hellraiser 2 a perfect sequel that fits as a connective puzzle piece to the first film. This is how sequels should be. They should feel like a connective puzzle piece where the second one takes what the first film did and expands on it and makes something even larger, even bigger, even more ambitious, but still keeps what made the original special. Now, your audience are fans. Now, they want to see more. Now you can franchise your idea. Now let's say you got all of your audience, right? They're all cheering for you. They're ready for you to come up with a new one. And then you come up with this.
Well, I'll do it, but I won't like it. What?
Does this look like a sequel to Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2? No. Well, it's insisting that it is, even though stylistically, it's completely fucking opposite to anything that this is trying to do. So, fucking great. You're an idiot, and you alienated your audience.
Oh
Let me smash that white button.